Hi everyone, welcome. Sorry about that. I had a couple of false starts here. One of my computers fell. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I hope you find me. I am back on. Hi. Thank you for finding me, everyone. And thank you for joining me. Thank you, Chat Managers, for your help. One of my computers fell, the one I use every day. Thank you. Thank God. I have backups for everything. So I am back and I am a little discombobulated, but I'll regain my footing. We are professionals. So hi, Ron. Sorry about that. Okay. Yesterday, I'm going to get right into it, okay? Yesterday, I told you that Trump was not about to let go of the airplanes of his $400 million flying palace. And it feels like to me, not it feels like, according to reports, he was up till 2:30 this morning, truthing or lying on his truthful platform about he would be stupid not to accept a gift, okay? And to whatever I feel, what him and the people around him and Bundy and everyone else are trying to do, they are looking for a new way, okay, for him to have the plane after he leaves office. That's what's going on right now. But the other thing I said, I told you he was going to, Republicans were not going to do anything. Remember I said that at the beginning of the week, the very first of that, probably Monday I said that, okay? I said Republicans were not going to do anything. The only people that could do something about this plane stuff is us the people. And as I heard yesterday, Laura Loomer, among a number of other conservative influencers, okay, are complaining. And they don't like this whole plane stuff at all. So if yesterday and possibly today, you hear some people in the Senate and the House are objecting openly about this airplane, it's because the people are speaking. His MAGA people, but that's the people, are speaking out against it. That's giving cover to lawmakers to say something about it. But let me tell you, it's not over until it's over. There's a very good chance he may not get it, because I just heard Leader Jeffries said, they're going to go to court. There's a bunch of stuff that they can do to prevent the plane from, becoming Air Force One. But let me tell you, like I have always said, this family, okay, what's yours is theirs, what's theirs is theirs too. And they feel stupid. And, there are some people, the tenacity, whether it's right or wrong, they don't know when to stop. And intuitively, I feel some Republicans don't like Trump. And they are begrudgingly going along with the program. Intuitively, I feel this has the potential to create a major chasm between Trump, some Republicans, and there is potential for what I predicted to happen. Joining with Democrats, because there is an impeachment bill on the floor right now that's being, argued and, debated, okay? Trump thinks he's going to have his way with everything. But this airplane stuff, and intuitively I feel the energy is not with Trump. The majority of Americans You know, the other thing that I feel is coming out. Let me make sure no one is, everything is okay. I'm scrolling down. Okay. Okay, no. Okay, everything is okay. I was just checking. Yes, the majority of Americans don't like this airplane stuff. But the other thing, the very important thing is MAGA is beginning to realize, or not that they didn't realize, they are beginning to accept something is wrong with this guy. It seems like it's only about him because if they are firing their relatives, friends, if not themselves, okay, from their job with the government, or they're losing their job and, the regular jobs, regular companies, non-governmental entities. But this guy, his kids, his family, they are getting poorer. We are getting poorer, and they are getting poorer as well. But Trump and his family are getting richer. This is beginning to break through intuitively, I feel. And something, it's not only intuitively, but I told you a long time ago, I simply did not know why, the reason why MAGA was going to break away from Trump and, really go after him. Among other things they've watched, they don't like the dismantling of the government, and also there's the Medicaid. I don't know. I'm not sure that they're going to go after Medicare yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? MAGA is not very happy, and let me tell you, and that's what a lot of Republicans are waiting to see. How bad the damage is in order for them to turn on Trump. Because you guys remember I told you, my prediction was his poll numbers will drop into the late 20s and 30s. Once that happens, and let me tell you, I wouldn't be surprised with the way, when I focus on Trump, he is determined to have that airplane. He cannot even conceive of the fact that he has to walk away from 400. They said the plane is worth $400 million. Somebody was talking the other day, even the first time I heard it, it's the royal family's plane. Okay. I'm like, $400 million, but something, I'm going to go with what some experts are saying in the news. This thing is more expensive than that. But besides that, it would cost, according to what I heard this morning, reports, okay, it would cost about $1 billion and at least 2 years to retrofit it. So now Trump is realizing all those things. They are looking for a new way early, like I said earlier. Okay, if he can't have it while he's in government, he wants it for himself. So they are looking for ways to make that happen. I wouldn't be surprised, but like I said, I've always told you guys I can confuse time, and I told you the other day, I don't remember, I think it was Monday, this thing has the potential to become a hot potato for him. Watch that space. What's going to happen, the potential that can happen here, because as I'm saying this, I'm saying, I don't know them, but I'm seeing, I'm getting royal family, okay, and the government of Qatar. They may get cold feet because of the noise that's being generated over that airplane. And as we know, they're a very rich country. They may find another way. They may make a deal with them. We won't know about it. Okay. They may give him money another way. I don't know how. $400 million is very hard to hide. Or they will make deals with him, okay, and give him the money. Those are the two things I am feeling intuitively that can happen. If Trump let go of the airplane, since he's in Qatar, this morning, today, right now, okay, they may give him the money another way. And it is a bribe. That's the way these people, people in the Middle East, I heard, according to experts, they do business. They give you, not necessarily a bribe, but that's the custom. It feels, I don't know. Okay, I'm not an expert in the countries in the Middle East and what the customs are or anything. So I'm repeating after others, and it feels good. It feels right to me. But what they're going to do, they're going to find a way to give him money or create some kind of business that will bring him money. He won't have to worry about it. He will somehow he'll be compensated for it. Those are the two things. If he doesn't get the plane, but the Qataris are getting a little nervous about how much noise and what's going on in this country. In some ways, in some quarters of the government, as I'm saying this, I'm being sure not everyone is unhappy because, according to reports, because of their friendship with Iran, the way they promoted terrorism, the way they deal with Hamas and these people, they were not well viewed. So they are using this opportunity to raise their profile even higher, among other works, what they've done in the background, helping with all kinds of people that were taking hostages, okay, the people that were taking hostage. So they're looking for ways to remediate their reputation, to rebrand themselves. That's in the process here as well. So they don't, the scandal is not all negative to them. And we have to remember, a lot of those guys, a lot of those people, men and women from those countries, they're educated here. They understand how we do business, and also marketing and all branding and all that kind of stuff. They understand those things. So they are taking full advantage of what's going on here right now regarding that airplane. And not all of them feel this is a hot potato. As far as the Qataris, Trump, it will be a hot potato for Trump. There is no doubt about it on my mind anyway. That's what I feel is happening. And the Senate, there are a couple of people in the Senate I feel, okay, they're going to use this as cover since they don't like Trump to begin with. There are some in the Republicans in the Senate. Democrats are all in. Schumer is going to, according to report, he's going to make sure, he's going to block all the nominees that Trump has for the DOJ the judiciary, I don't remember the name of the Democratic senator, the ranking member. I don't remember his name. I can see his face, but I don't remember his name. He's demanding answers from Pam Bondi, and Democrats in the Senate are doing the best they can. But Republicans, some of them, I feel, are going to use this as a cover to go after Trump. And they started doing it. But that's what I feel. But most of them are looking at the poll numbers. But intuitively, my prediction is this is going to be a problem for Trump. Because everyone, whether you're MAGA, non-MAGA, or liberal, you understand this. It doesn't look good. And this morning I was looking at a video. They were showing a number of influencers, MAGA influencers, deriding this whole deal. So if I were Trump, intuitively I feel like saying, drop this thing, run as fast as you possibly can away from it. Get the money. But he's too greedy, like one of you posted. They are too greedy to accept it. And the other thing is, I'm not quite sure, I think I've mentioned this. As I'm saying this, I'm seeing every Trump. I will reiterate, this family, if they thought for nothing, they were accusing, they were basically projecting what they were putting the Biden family through calling them corrupt and all that kind of stuff for nothing, for no reason. Okay? Watch what happens. They are running all over the world. Mostly right now, they're focusing on the Middle East, making deals. Trump is not doing the work for the country. The deal is maybe a little bit for us, mostly for him and his family. There's going to be major blowback on that family when this is all said and done. And watch how most of the people they think are their friends right now, they're going to run far, far away from them. And there are going to be a lot of reasons why those Republicans, supposedly their friends right now, are going to desert them. And to whatever I feel, there is going to be a situation with spying and sharing America's information, top secret information with others. There is something like that that's going to explode. Do you guys remember I said a long time ago, these people are going to become radioactive at some point. People will desert them. It's coming. And what you see taking place here, when they are doing business with whomever, okay, they don't think as far as the security of America. They think of, I have to close this deal. Those other countries that they're dealing with, people they think are businessmen, they are intelligence officers. Okay? Watch. There's going to be major blowback about this. And those classified documents that were in Trump's possession, among other things, okay, his family sold them. And I believe I've said that before too. They were not just sitting in that bathroom and no one paid attention. Okay? They were sifted through. They know. They have a lot of information about classified information in our country. And when they go for those deals, a lot is shared. Let's see what happens. But the scandal will will happen. Watch. That's my prediction. And but as far as the U.S. Senate, they're going to look for cover. Okay, they are looking for cover in order for them to talk against Trump. That's basically what they're a bunch of cowards, babies. And the other thing is Netanyahu, basically, I should have put Netanyahu here as opposed to Israel, but it's going to affect Israel. Trump denied this morning that there is no daylight between him and Netanyahu, and him doing what he's doing right now will help Israel. I heard an expert said, yes, that can be true. But intuitively, the way Netanyahu was treating Biden, basically, and Biden was paying, kid gloves with them. Biden didn't, sometimes Biden will, let him know. He's doing the same thing with Trump, and if you see what he's trying to do in Gaza, okay, Trump won't come out and say it, that he's basically squeezing Netanyahu. But Netanyahu has his own goal. Trump wants to control him. And Trump didn't think he was going to disobey him the way he's just going about disobeying him in order for Netanyahu to do his own thing. Because Trump wants beautiful hotels, big, beautiful hotels and resorts in Gaza. But Netanyahu has his own goals. So that's where the the disagreement is right now. So Trump is trying to find a way to dictate to Netanyahu what he wants and respect when he says something or he makes a demand. But I don't feel neither one of them are going to end up with Gaza. It's not going to happen. They can try. And Netanyahu, my prediction is don't be surprised if he ends up at The Hague, just like the guy from the Philippines, I forget the name of the former president of the Philippines who lost the election and now he's in prison somewhere at The Hague. Don't be surprised if the same thing doesn't happen. I mean, if the same thing happens to Netanyahu, because he's committing a lot of crime. There is no reason for this war to still be going, and he knows it. But Netanyahu is about Netanyahu. He wants to be, I don't know. At this point, I don't see how it's going to make it happen. But just like he had the Putin dream of building an empire, that's why Putin is doing, won't stop. He wants to put back together the Soviet Union. I don't think that's going to happen either. But in the meantime, they're both killing people for no reason. But Netanyahu will be stopped. And the Palestinians will have their territory back. They're going to have to come to some kind of understanding at some point. It will happen because the Palestinians have realized as well that they're going to have to find a new way. Whether it's beginning now, please, those of you who are experts who know better than I do, that's what I'm getting intuitively. Some way, somehow, Netanyahu will be stopped. And then the Palestinians, because I'm hearing babies dying for no reason. They've been dying for a long time, but it's getting ridiculous now. But this will stop. Okay, the aggression from Netanyahu will stop and then give the Palestinians some time to breathe and rebuild their countries. But that's coming. I feel they're going to rebuild Gaza. That's my prediction. And let me see, what time is it? Okay. Today is going to be a short one, unfortunately. You know, there was one thing, oh my God. I wrote it down. Bear with me 1 second. In the meantime, let me see. Okay, it's up. This machine is very fast too. Oh Lord. Okay. Never mind. Let me see if you guys have questions. Arlene Forney says, Milu, can you check on 45 Health? I did. I don't remember exactly when it was last week. You know, I predicted this, and if I don't repeat it, in fact, yesterday I mentioned the health issue. Duterte, Blue Eye 14, Duterte is he wanted to be a dictator like Trump. Well, he was a dictator for a while. Now he's at The Hague, and the same thing is going to happen to Netanyahu. That's my prediction. The thing is, Trump has some major health issues, and I predicted it 6-7 years ago for him to have a heart attack. But I don't remember if it was last week. I think it was last week. I said the reason why we haven't heard anything is possibly because he has the best health insurance, the best physicians around him. And Dr. Kessler, I spoke about that yesterday. Okay, they put him on a regime. I mean, the best medication that probably, I'm not sure if all of us have access to them. Okay, that's why he hasn't killed over with a heart attack. And if you see him compared to the way he was 6-7 years ago, he looked normal. But right now, he's not looking very good. And I don't think not looking very good has to do with his age. It has to do with the medication he's taking. And he continues to eat junk food. he's not doing, he takes the medication. Okay. This is Milu. I know it's, yes? Yeah. I'm sorry? Oh, please call me back. I'm streaming. I thought there was a problem because I scrolled down. There's no problem. Please call me back. It's a client trying to make it. I thought it was one of you. Cholesterol, yes. Krista McCracken. I thought it was one of you that called. Sorry. That's a client trying to make an appointment. Yes, they put them on, it was on Rachel Maddow Monday evening. Okay. So that's why, but he has other issues as well. And I'm going to repeat this. It grosses me out. And it's not something, it's terrible. But Trump is so arrogant, and the way he treats others, and mostly those who are, don't have, if you don't have wealth, you are less than human to him, except if you are white or South African. But according to Bernstein, I believe it's Bernstein, okay, the gentleman who uncovered Watergate, okay, Woodward, not Bernstein, Woodward, but Bernstein is the other one of the two, but Woodward posted something that said Trump don't work the order barrier is not working very well. So he has other health issues as well. So I still feel, okay, I don't like to beat on those things, people's health, but he has other things that can bite him, okay? But they're just lying to us about his health, and like everything else, it's a big lie. And that too will come out, okay? My full buddy said that airplane is a flying casket. Oh my God. Whitney Mohauser said the MAGA is realizing that tariffs are an economic disaster. Oh yeah, big time. Well, they thought, they believe in the Trump myth. Yeah, that's one bad thing for Trump, okay? This whole tariff thing is not helping him either. But I feel, yes, crypto as well. But the thing is, this airplane really proved to everyone, because they can see it, they can smell it, they can touch it. So this is not looking good for Trump at all. And my update for Diddy today, I kept focusing on Cassie, or I think they pronounce her name Cassie. Okay. I saw her husband. I mean, if I were him, thank God Cassie went through this. She survived. It was a traumatic experience for her, but I'm sure, hopefully, she learns from it as well. And, I'm sure she's going to counseling and taking care of herself. But her husband wants to kill Diddy. And it's not only her husband, I'm sure a number of other people. But I did not know how old she was. And also I did not know there was, 20 years difference. Age difference, that's people's choice. Okay. But a 19-year-old and a 40-year-old, that's a big difference. And maturity. And I did not realize she was 19 when he started dating her. And basically he was manipulating her into doing, abusing her, using her. Basically, that's what he does. And one of you said, he doesn't like women, obviously, because if you love somebody or anything, you don't abuse them. You don't let other people come around and kick them and do the stuff that I hear that P. Diddy was doing. I'm not going to get into detail. That thing is gross. But anyway, yesterday she had to relieve all those things. It was not an easy day for her and her family. But it feels like to me she's determined. You know, as I was focusing on her yesterday, this thing has turned into anger. She was a victim before, okay? And now this thing, as you know, from being a victim, I don't know exactly psychologically how you put this. You know, when something happened to you, you feel sorry for yourself. You feel bad about something you should not have done, and then you become angry. That's where I feel she is right now, and it can be very dangerous for PDD. I don't mean into violence, but what I feel is going to happen is, and she's hoping. Well, I shouldn't say. Well, I think there's a very good chance that's what's coming. The public is going to take her side, and it's for only one reason. It's because she was 19. And yes, she did a back and forth with him. I won't repeat what I said. The reason that I felt she kept on going after him, she had this J-Lo obsession of not because of she wanted to look like J-Lo, but the fame that J-Lo attained. So she was chasing that dream, and I probably would chase the dream too, but she got caught in this situation. So right now, she feels she should not have done it, and that anger can be a problem for Diddy, even though people will forgive her once the whole story come out. I mean, there are always going to be people who dissent from this, but when I focus on the jury, they feel bad and they feel sorry for her, and that's what's going to nail Diddy. When I focus on the people, well, that's why I'm saying she was 19. It's because that's what's going to come back to bite him. She was a kid, and also it's very hard. You know, people like Diddy, I don't know how old he was when he met her. I guess I heard there is a 20 years age difference. So in his 40s, he could manipulate a 19, 20-year-old who has, she's ambitious, okay? And he manipulated her, and he did an amazing job. He's a con artist. I've heard about the things that he does. I'm not going to go rehashing what we spoke about yesterday, but given all those things, the jury feels like she was a victim. Yes, but she was young. That's what's going to save her, and to whatever I feel. But when I focus on the jury, yeah, yesterday she won. Diddy looked very bad. That's my prediction. Having said that, friends, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for your patience. Thank God I always have a couple of computers. If one fails, I just have to switch. I was hoping it wasn't. There's a dongle in the camera that converts the signal from the camera to a digital signal and to the computer and up to you guys. I was hoping that's not what failed, but thank God that's not what failed. It's a computer that failed. And it's a brand new computer too. I told you guys I bought a computer, and yeah, it failed. So we'll see what happens. But thank you for your patience. Thank you, everyone. I will, if anyone would like a reading from me, please, feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number, or you can go on my website, psychicmilo.com. You can make an appointment there. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It would help me a lot. Having said that, I'm looking to see if there is something. Kenneth Billingsley says, Milo, will Trump be kicked out of the White House? I feel like saying yes. And I've been saying this, okay? That I don't see him lasting 4 years. Goddess K. Rush said, I predict Diddy will get out of jail. There are too many important people attached and can be prosecuted. Well, we'll see. That's always a possibility, but right now he's not looking very good in the eyes of the jury. All right, friends. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for your patience. Till then, bye.